If you're someone who has an interest in getting into IT, more specifically IT help desk, and not sure how to do it, or you have some of the skills but you don't know how to actually get a job, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to be talking with Ariole, also known as JuiceyTech on YouTube, on how he landed his first IT help desk role with having no prior IT experience. So we're going to be breaking down exactly what he did to end up landing this job and what he has done since landing that position to further his education and improve his skills. I'll have his YouTube channel linked in the description down below, so feel free to check him out, and let's get right into the interview. All right. Well, I appreciate you for joining me in today's interview. I'm glad to have you here. Before we go ahead and dive into some of the juicier questions, could you first introduce yourself, a little bit about your background and what you did before starting IT?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Happy to be here. My first name is Ariole, last name is Juiced. Before IT, I was in tech support for some years. Did that for a while. Now I'm in IT help desk. I don't want to say it's the same job duties, but it's pretty close. So me doing help desk was pretty much, it just made sense. Yeah.
Cool. So before getting into IT, have you ever had a college experience, any like previous experience, any certifications, things like that?
Actually, my first IT job, I did not have any certifications and never went to college. So that's going to be a no. But in terms of the experience, again, tech support for what I was doing, before IT, the job duties were pretty, close. And so it kind of did give me, I guess, a step up in terms of me kind of already know what's going on in terms of, using Azure or using things like PowerShell. So, yeah.
Cool. So you said you had some similar types of experience. What made you actually decide that IT was the career that you wanted to pursue?
Great question. So actually, I don't want to say it was by mistake, but since COVID-19, I actually lost my job because of that, COVID-19. So at the time, I was looking for work in tech support. And I received a phone call from a recruiter after I updated my resume, my LinkedIn. The recruiter actually compared my past job duties to the IT role that he had for me, and he just thought it kind of made sense for you maybe to try out IT since you already were doing the same work prior. So I don't say it was by mistake, but again, IT helped this just landed in my lap since I kind of already had experience in it. Yeah.
Cool. So since you had some, I guess, sort of a gap in some of the things that you needed to learn, how did you sort of fill in those gaps, whether it was before you actually started in that role or actually doing that role? How were you able to fill those gaps?
Great question. So that's where careers comes in. I actually took the course during the IT help desk job. So what's awesome about CourseCareers is the lab work are very similar to what I'm doing right now. So again, using things like PowerShell, Azure, it was so helpful. It's exciting, so funny. So that's how I was able to fill in like the gaps in, let's say, taking the course through CourseCareers. Helped a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I hear a lot about CourseCareers, and I really like to see how people find CourseCareers. What made you decide that the CourseCareers IT professional course was something that you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, I love the question. So what caught my attention the most was how convenient it is to take CourseCareers. So it's online, which makes sense. I can do it from my home. I can do it from my main break at my job. So just the convenient factor made sense for me, other than going to college or something like that, which is not a bad thing, but maybe just the convenient factor really makes sense for me to just take CourseCareers instead. Yeah.
Cool. So from taking the CourseCareers certificate, since you already had a job, you're definitely learning stuff from the job and learning stuff from the actual course. What are some of the things that you took from the CourseCareers course that you may not take from an actual day-to-day job, or maybe how did it help you better your skills for a future position?
Yeah, so the thing with CourseCareers is it doesn't stop at IT help desk. Um, they do encourage you to kind of keep learning other skills. So what's cool about my current employer is I work closely with the system engineers, the network engineers. So a lot of their tasks is sometimes thrown on to me. So I guess what I'm trying to say is CourseCareers does kind of encourage you to kind of learn new skills, and I love that about it. So IT Hub does. I don't want to say it's easier, but it is a great an entry level job to kind of kind of try some of the new things, network engineering,
Yep.
stuff like this.
I absolutely
Cool.
agree. Even if you want to get into like cybersecurity, any other IT
Totally.
discipline, a lot of people start with a customer facing position like
Absolutely.
IT help desk. On that same regard, as of recently, a lot of people, especially, have been coming to me saying they've been struggling to find a job. Job market sucks recently. There's been like a bubble that's popped, people getting laid off.
Yeah.
So, what would you suggest for, especially now that the job market's a little harder to land a position? What would you suggest for some of the people who may not have all the credentials they need, the certifications, the education? What would you suggest to people who are trying to find work and actually get their foot in the door in IT?
Great question. Yeah, it's just a really strange time in terms of the job field. So I guess for someone that's really new to this or that doesn't have a job yet, honestly, I can't really give you any tips or advice. But what I did is I networked my butt off. I'm such a fan of network. It's not even funny. Most of my jobs that I receive are through networking. So sometimes just knowing people is how you get the job instead of just having like all these skills and just having all these certs. It's sometimes really about who you know. So I would network my butt off, and that doesn't really mean to like go to like like maybe like to like events or a conference. To me, network is almost like social media. Like just talking to people on LinkedIn is also a form of networking. So I would talk to as much people as I can, just kind of know and if it's possible, like maybe like post your skills online and let them see what you can do. It's really about what you know, or I'm sorry, it's more about who you know that can get you a job first. Believe it or not, it's a real
Yeah,
thing.
I could definitely say from my personal experience networking as well, even just adding recruiters on LinkedIn.
Absolutely, yeah,
6 months later, they'll come messaging you with say, "Hey, I have this job opening here, here, here,"
yes,
and you can
yes,
sometimes be placed on an interview immediately just from having that connection. And
right,
yeah, networking
yeah,
events are great as well. Just meeting
yeah,
people, getting your face kind of
totally,
around is a
absolutely,
great way to land a position, especially when it's so easy to be like a nail in a haystack, pretty much like against hundreds of other applicants. So
totally,
networking's definitely something
mm-hmm,
that I would recommend for a lot of people before getting into IT. Um,
absolutely.
so let's say you graduate from the CourseCareers course. What would you suggest for people post graduating the course? Let's say you don't have a job. Obviously, you want to start applying, but what other ways do you think you could further your skills after taking the certificate course?
So what I do is labs as much as I can. The thing is, once you get a job as an IT help desk, you're going to be actually, I don't want to say grilled, but they kind of want to know what do you know and why should we take you on? Because there's so many people trying to get that one job. So it's like, there's so many, to choose from. So it's like, how do you stand out really? So, really updating your skills as much as possible because times are changing so fast and quickly. So you just kind of want to be, ahead of things. So when that opportunity does come above, you can kind of know what's going on because your skills are just up there. So laboratories or just labs are a great option. Just kind of keep your skills up as much as possible.
Yeah, home labs is a great way to learn a lot of things. I had a home lab for a while before I moved to college. That's kind of how I learned basic, operating system things, any things with
Yeah,
software. But yeah, after graduating the CourseCareers course or whatever certificate course you do, it's always good to better your skills and keep applying the
absolutely.
jobs and just keep going at it and improving your soft skills because the interview itself also can be hard after getting the interview, but having a good resume, cover letter is something great when you're first getting into IT. If you were to start over and let's say you didn't have the experience you had before getting this job, if you had nothing, how would you go about getting your first IT job?
Love that question. If I were to start over, I think I would network some more. Again, it's really about who you know. In this, I mean, it's just a weird time. Um, Everyone's trying to find work right now, and I think employers know that, so they're really. It's like they get to choose who they want. It's like if you know this person already, you're in. A lot of my coworkers also got in through someone that they knew, and they told me this. So it's not always, I mean, again, you want to make sure like your skills are up, but it's really about who you know right now. It's just a real thing. So network as much as you can. And again, it doesn't mean just going to like a conference, but post online, post your skills, so like post what you can do so they can see what you can do and call you. Because that's really a thing today. Like use it up. It is a tool. LinkedIn, even YouTube. It's a real tool to get your stuff out there more. So
For
take
sure.
advantage, really.
Yeah. So speaking from experience, after you get IT and get in IT and you take all these courses and you get the job, how can you or how much can you expect for someone to make in an entry level support role, IT role, something similar? What would you say you can expect to make after landing your first position?
Yeah, I get this question a lot from people on YouTube. Of course, the pay. It does depend on where you are in the country. So, for example, if you're here in South Florida, the average is around 23 to 26 just to start. But again, I'm not in places like New Jersey, New York, California. I'm not really sure what's the pay rate there, but it does depend on where you are in the country. So the average may be touching 23, 24.
Cool. So, in your current position, how are you bettering yourself to prepare yourself to move up in the IT field after getting into help desk?
Love this question. So where I work right now is really cool because my manager and the IT director are so cool. I had my first evaluation and they kind of grilled me, but what's so cool about where I work is they are encouraging you to learn more. And that's so awesome. And that's something I don't really see too often in other jobs where they're kind of pushing you to learn more skills. But again, I work closely with the system engineer, the network engineer, so I get to tag along and see what they do on the day to day, and it's almost like free job training. Like I swear to God, it is. It's amazing. So again, just learning as much as you can. It would like just whether at the job site or not, just keep learning as much as you can. But yeah, take advantage of everything that's available in terms of again social media, networking, and if you're if you find a job, learn some new skills, CompTIA security, network. Just keep going at it.
For sure. I appreciate the advice you're willing to share and your story and stuff like that. I do have one more question. It did come from a viewer. They wanted me to ask you about your thoughts of Lenovo laptops.
Oh, I love. Oh my God. So the thing is, like, I love the touchscreen feature. I wish Macintosh could do this because I'm like all up in the screen. It's so convenient. It's like the best thing ever. It's almost like a tablet have laptop when you want it to be. So maybe that's why I'm such a fan of it. Just that touchscreen aspect is so amazing. I'm such a fan of it. I
Yeah,
love it.
that was my last interview question. I used Lenovo at my last job. Lenovo is a pretty reliable company that I've
Yeah,
seen.
cool.
But yeah, that was just more of a fun question to end it off with. I do appreciate your time. If you do want to check him out, definitely go into the description down below. His name on YouTube is JuiceyTech. He does all kinds of videos. Definitely check him out for sure. And I do appreciate you for taking the time to do the interview today. And yeah.
It was a pleasure. Likewise. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. You have a good one.
Likewise, my friend.
Once again, thank you to Ariole from JuiceyTech for taking the time to do this video with me. I will have the CourseCareers IT course linked in the description down below. You get $50 off and the first module for free. So if you want to try it out, go ahead and click the link down below to get started for free. And if you're more interested in learning more about Ariole from JuiceyTech, I have a link to his YouTube down below. This is JuiceyTech. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thank you guys for watching. This is JuiceyTech, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.